Hello, my name is Amanda Dunagan, and I would like to thank you all for being here to listen to me speak today. I've included a chart on the screen here where it shows the disability-adjusted life years attributable to the non-communicable diseases by sex according to the Geneva from 1990 to 1994, and you'll see neuropsychiatric disorders are considerably higher than the rest. The World Health Organization says that neuropsychiatric disorders make up, in the United States, 30.9% of the global burden of disease. There's an article called Abnormal is the New Normal on Slate.com that says that 1 in every 2 Americans will have a mental disability within their lifetime, according to the Psychiatric Bible, also known as the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual. Some people like to joke that it's called the diagnosis as a source of money. J. Harold Ellens, a psychologist, says that according to the reports of God's nature and function, he too would also be considered diagnosably ill according to the Psychiatric Bible. So Psalm 33:10-11 says, "The Lord brings counsel of the nations to nothing. He frustrates the plans of the peoples. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, the plan of his heart to all generations." I've gained an understanding of Christian counseling through my formal research as well as through my pursuit of a degree for Christian counseling at Liberty University. I'd like to take a few minutes to explain to you, first, the nature of Jesus as a counselor, and second, how the different types of Christian counseling, and third, how science and theology interact together in Christian counseling. But what better place to start than at the very source of inspiration for this vocation? There have been many counselors throughout history, from ancient kingdoms to the U.S. cabinet today, but the influence of Jesus just outweighs all of them. Isaiah 9:6 says that he was a wonderful counselor, which essentially means he was a counselor beyond our own understanding. The Baker Encyclopedia of Psychology and Counseling lists how Jesus' encounters with people highlight or illustrate the principles of counseling. For example, he showed great compassion and mercy. He asked probing questions. He gently confronted wrongdoing. He sought agreement on a person's purpose or goal for the encounter with him. And he asked questions with questions to clarify the intent of the questioner. Imagine the amount of hours in therapy that would be saved just sitting on the couch with this guy. So what exactly is Christian counseling, and how does it tie in with psychology? An article titled "Just What is Christian Counseling Anyway?" broke it down into 3 main categories. The first category is considered biblical counseling, and they believe that the Bible is sufficient for effective counseling. We've got a few over here listed for Nance and a couple of others. Pastoral counseling, like those in the American Association of Pastoral Counseling, are qualified ministers who also have a master's or a doctoral degree in pastoral counseling with many supervised hours of experience. Christian psychologists fall into 2 categories. The Society of Christian Psychology gleans psychology from historic Christian documents as well as the Bible. The Christian Association for Psychological Studies integrates religion with contemporary psychology. Can theology and psychology interact together within a Christian counseling environment? Counselors do well to include theology, according to Dr. Everett Worthington, who is the director of the Counseling Psychology Program at Virginia Commonwealth University. According to his study, the patients in predominantly Christian psychotherapies, spiritual psychotherapies, improved more than those in the secular alternate psychotherapies. The improvements were noted both psychologically and spiritually. So that brings me to my closing. As I explained, Jesus proves to be the perfect model for counseling. There are 3 main types of counseling: biblical counseling, pastoral counseling, and Christian psychology. Psychology and theology can be combined for a more effective and much needed treatment in today's world. God is very clear that he values counseling. Proverbs 15:22 says, "Where there is no counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors they are established." The World Health Organization and the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual focus on disorders of the mind, and their statistics are very grim. But Jesus focuses on disorders of the heart, and his counsel stands forever. Thank you very much for being here.
What I did is zoom back to her full size and then press stop. I can't press stop. That's pretty good. Let's see what it's on.
Oh man, I am sorry for the message.
What
No,
message?
Okay.
What
Hope
did
that
you
didn't
say?
mess it up.
I'm not worried about that.
I zoom back out.